Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out if companies are truly showing us their best face or if there is more going on behind the scenes. Today we're diving into a report from American Realty Investors, or RL as you might know them. Get ready because we're about to unpack some recent financial news that might just surprise you before we jump in. If you are new here and love getting the real story behind corporate filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to connect with fellow investors and discuss these insights, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, let's get straight to it. American Realty Investors, Arkansas L, has just released their operational and financial results for the third quarter that ended on the 30th of September 2025. Now, this report is filed using a specific form, the 8K, which is usually for big company news. So, what is the big story here? Well, it is all about their recent performance and how they're doing financially. The company put out a press release on the 6th of November 2025, and that is what this filing is essentially highlighting. We're not going to get bogged down in the super technical legal stuff or company addresses, because what most people really care about are the numbers and what they mean for the business. So, let's focus on the core of what this filing tells us. The earliest event reported here is the 6th of November 2025, which is when they announced these results. Think of this report as the company officially telling the world through the official channels like the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, how they performed in the latest reporting period. For context, and this is important for understanding the impact of their results, American Realty Investors common stock trades on the New York Stock Exchange, or NYICE. Under the ticker symbol RL, this means that investors are watching their performance closely, and these announcements directly influence how the market views the company. This filing falls under a section that deals with the company's results of operations and its financial condition. Essentially, it is where they report how the business ran and how its finances are looking. The main item here, item 2.02, directs us to the announcements regarding their financial performance. The filing explicitly states that this report includes a copy of the announcement as Exhibit 99.1. So, while the 8K form itself is the official filing with the SEC, the real meat for us is in that attached press release. This is where we'll find the juicy details about their performance. Here it is, Exhibit 99.1. This is the actual announcement from American Realty Investors, Incorporated, detailing their operational results for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025. It is crucial to remember that information furnished in this part of the report isn't considered formally filed in the same way as other parts of their filings. This means the company isn't taking on the same level of legal responsibility for this specific data as they would for, say, their audited financial statements in a 10K. They also state they don't have a duty to update this information. We'll be looking at this announcement to understand their performance. Now, as investors, we want to know what these numbers actually mean. Are they growing? Are they struggling? And what are the key takeaways from their latest performance report? Let's dig into the details we can infer from this type of announcement. Typically, these press releases, and by extension, this 8K filing, we'll highlight key financial metrics. We're talking about things like revenue, earnings per S-hair, and maybe some specific operational performance indicators relevant to a real estate investment company. While this specific filing doesn't contain the detailed financial tables directly within it, it points to an attached press release which would contain those crucial numbers. For a company like American Realty Investors, which is involved in real estate, we'd be looking for indicators of occupancy rates, rental income, property values, and possibly gains or losses from property sales. Their success hinges on managing a portfolio of properties effectively and generating income from them. If we were able to see the numbers in that press release, we'd be comparing them to previous periods, perhaps the same quarter last year or the previous quarter. Are sales up or down? Is their net income improving or declining? For instance, if revenue saw a 10% increase, that is good news, suggesting they're selling more or charging higher prices. But if profit margins are shrinking, that tells a different story. We want to see if they are efficiently managing their costs as they grow their top line. We can also infer that their strategy might involve acquiring new properties, developing existing ones, or perhaps divesting certain assets. The results announced would reflect the success or challenges of these strategic moves. For example, a significant increase in revenue could be due to successful new property acquisitions, while a drop in earnings might point to increased operating expenses or challenges in a specific market segment they operate in. Let's talk about what is often contained in these reports. Even if not directly in this snippet, companies like RL are often measured by their funds from operations, or FFO, which is a key metric for real estate investment trusts, or REITs. This metric is a better measure of a REIT's operational performance than net income because it excludes depreciation and amortization. So if their FFO is growing, it generally indicates a healthy and improving business. Another critical aspect is their debt load. Real estate companies often use debt to finance their acquisitions and development. We would want to know if their debt levels are manageable and if they are generating enough cash flow to service that debt comfortably. A high debt to equity ratio, for example, can be a red flag, especially if interest rates are rising. The signature here tells us who is signing off on this report on behalf of the company. Eric L. Johnson, identified as the President and Chief Executive Officer, is authorizing this filing. This indicates that the company's top leadership is aware of and responsible for this announcement. It's a formal acknowledgement from the company's leadership regarding the reported results. So, what is the big picture here for American Realty Investors Incorporated? Based on the information presented, we're seeing a company that is formally reporting its financial and operational results. While the specific numbers aren't detailed here, the fact that they are issuing an 8K and attaching a press release tells us they are communicating important performance information to the public and the SEC looking forward. The story of Al will likely unfold in how they execute their real estate strategies. Are they adapting to market shifts? Are they generating consistent returns for shareholders? The effectiveness of their property management. Leasing strategies and any capital allocation decisions will be key drivers of their future success. We'd be watching for signs of growth in their portfolio's income, generating potential and their ability to manage costs. Any significant new acquisitions or developments would also be important to track. My take on this filing is that it is a standard update, confirming the company is actively reporting its performance as required. The real analysis would come from dissecting the actual financial data within the press release. Without those specific figures, it is hard to give a definitive opinion on their current strength or weakness. However, the fact they are reporting suggests they have significant events or results to share, which is generally a positive sign of active management. The risks for any real estate company always revolve around market downturns, interest rate hikes, and the ability to maintain high occupancy rates. For RL, their ability to navigate these external factors while executing their internal strategies will be paramount. Alright, that is our breakdown of this American Realty Investors filing. What is your take on what this means for the company's future? Do you think they are on solid ground, or are there potential concerns we should be aware of? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit that like button as it really helps us out. And of course, subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out our Discord community for more discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.